2 employees. Same company, same salary, for 10 years. One retires at 50 with financial freedom. One works until 70 and dies broke. The difference is not income. It is 2 envelopes. One envelope for living, one envelope for building. Most people use one envelope for everything. That single envelope guarantees poverty. This is called the envelope separation principle. Your money has 2 jobs: feed today or build tomorrow. When you mix these jobs in one account, consumption always wins. The brain cannot resist available money. Separation creates constraint. Constraint creates discipline. Discipline creates wealth. Most people deposit their salary into one account. Bills come out. Groceries come out. Entertainment comes out. Whatever remains they call savings. Nothing remains. The account is a mixing bowl where money for building drowns in money for living. Strategic people split their salary the moment it arrives. 60% enters the living envelope. 40% enters the building envelope. The living envelope feeds today. The building envelope is locked. Untouchable. This physical separation overrides willpower. You cannot spend money, you cannot access. This is not about earning more. This is about rooting what you earn into containers that serve different purposes. One container leaks by design. The other container multiplies by design. Same salary, different containers, a different decade. Lisa and Marcus both start at the same advertising agency. Both 28 years old, both earn 45,000 pesos monthly. Both rent apartments, both have no savings. Identical starting conditions. Lisa deposits her 45,000 peso salary into her checking account. One account, one envelope. She pays rent. She buys groceries. She subscribes to streaming services. She goes out with friends. She shops online. She treats herself. All from the same account. By month end, the account has 3,000 pesos remaining. She thinks about saving it. Then her car needs maintenance. The 3,000 pesos disappears. Month resets. Same pattern. Marcus deposits his 45,000 peso salary, but immediately splits it. 27,000 pesos goes into his checking account for living expenses. This is the living envelope. 18,000 pesos goes into a separate brokerage account he never checks. This is the building envelope. He does not have a debit card for this account. Cannot access it easily. He lives on 27,000 pesos. The other 18,000 pesos does not exist to him. Month 1 looks nearly identical. Lisa spends 42,000 pesos, saves 3,000 pesos, but it disappears to unexpected expenses. Net savings, 0. Marcus spends 27,000 pesos from his living envelope. Cannot touch his building envelope. It accumulates 18,000 pesos. His lifestyle feels restricted. He cannot afford some things Lisa buys. He notices the difference. Year 1 reveals the first pattern. Lisa earned 540,000 pesos. She has 12,000 pesos in her checking account. She saved hard in November and December. She feels good, better than last year. She is moving forward. But 528,000 pesos disappeared into living. She has no assets, no investments, just 12,000 pesos cash. Marcus earned 540,000 pesos. He has 4,000 pesos in his checking account. He looks poorer than Lisa, but his building envelope has 216,000 pesos in index funds. He lives on 60% of income. The other 40% was physically separated before he could spend it. His lifestyle feels tighter than Lisa's. He goes out less, buys less, but his building envelope grows automatically. Year 3 exposes the separation power. Lisa still uses one envelope. Money comes in, money goes out. She tries to save. Unexpected expenses appear. Car repair, medical bill, family emergency. Her savings get raided repeatedly. She has 35,000 pesos saved. She thinks she is bad with money. She is not. She has a structural problem. One envelope means no protection. Marcus's 2-envelope system survived 3 years of unexpected expenses. Car repair came from living envelope. Medical bill came from living envelope. Family emergency came from living envelope. His building envelope never got touched. It is physically separate. It's not accessible. Protected by structure, not willpower. His building envelope has 680,000 pesos in investments now, generating 68,000 pesos annually in returns. He reinvests everything. Lisa notices Marcus lives similarly to her, but seems less stressed about money. She does not understand why. They earn the same salary. She spends consciously. She budgets. She tries. But her one envelope structure defeats her every month. Money mixes. Living expenses always find a way to consume everything. Year 5 brings the gap into focus. Lisa has 58,000 pesos saved, proud of her discipline. She finally accumulated meaningful savings. But she still lives paycheck to paycheck emotionally. She still worries about unexpected expenses. She still cannot imagine retiring early. Her one envelope traps her in survival mode. Marcus has 1,200,000 pesos in his building envelope. His investments generate 144,000 pesos annually. That is 12,000 pesos monthly passive income. He still works. Still lives on 27,000 pesos monthly. But his building envelope now generates income that covers 44% of his living expenses. The envelope separation created automatic wealth building. Year 10 delivers the transformation. Lisa has 95,000 pesos saved, a decade of work. Decent emergency fund. She's 38 years old. She will work until 65 minimum. It's probably longer. She is responsible. She saves. She tries. But her one envelope structure has a mathematical ceiling. Consumption always wins when money mixes. Marcus has 2,800,000 pesos in his building envelope. His investments generate 336,000 pesos annually. It is 28,000 pesos monthly passive income. He still lives on 27,000 pesos monthly from his job. His building envelope now generates more income than his living expenses require. He is financially free at 38 and quit his job. His separated envelope created this in 10 years on the same salary Lisa earned. Here is what actually happened beneath the surface. Lisa's one envelope was psychologically available. Every peso was accessible. When she saw 45,000 pesos in her account, her brain processed that as spendable money. The money for building mixed with money for living. Living always won. Marcus's two envelopes created psychological separation. He saw 27,000 pesos in his checking account. That is what his brain processed as available money. The 18,000 pesos in his building envelope was invisible, out of sight, out of mind, not available. His brain adapted to living on 27,000 pesos because that is all it saw. The separation was not motivational. It was structural. Structure overrode willpower. You cannot spend money you cannot see or access. Lisa needed willpower every single day to resist spending. Marcus needed willpower once when he set up automatic transfers. After that, the structure handled discipline. Check your own account structure right now. How many accounts receive your salary? 1. You are Lisa. Your money mixes. Living expenses consume building capital. You try to save what remains. Nothing remains. The structure guarantees this. If you route your salary through one account, you are hoping willpower wins against availability. It will not. Never does. The brain cannot resist accessible money. You will find reasons to spend. Urgent needs. Deserved treats. Special circumstances. The money is there. You will use it. People think two envelopes is extreme. It is not extreme. It is structural reality. Money that mixes with living expenses becomes living expenses. Money that separates before you see it becomes wealth. The math is simple. The psychology is ruthless. The trap is thinking you will manually transfer to savings after expenses. You will not. Something always appears. Life always costs more than you expect. If building capital sits in the same account as living money, living will consume it. Every single time. First, calculate your building percentage. Start with 20% minimum. If you earn 40,000 pesos monthly, 8,000 pesos goes to building. If you earn 80,000 pesos monthly, 16,000 pesos goes to building. The percentage matters more than the amount. Second, create physical separation. Open a brokerage account or separate bank account with no debit card access. This is your building envelope. Make it annoying to access. That annoyance is the security. Third, Set up automatic transfer the day your salary hits. Before you see the money, before you process it as available, your salary arrives. 8,000 pesos automatically transfers to building envelope. You never see it in your checking account. Your brain adapts to living on 32,000 pesos because that is all it sees. Fourth, never touch building envelope for living expenses. This is the rule that makes everything work. Emergency car repair? Pay from living envelope? Medical bill? Pay from living envelope. If living envelope runs out, you overspent your living budget. Fix the living budget. Never raid building envelope. Fifth, increase building percentage annually. Year 1, 20% to building. Year 2, 25% to building. Year 3, 30% to building. Your lifestyle adapts. You spend less automatically because less is available. The building envelope accelerates. Month 1 feels restrictive. Your checking account has less visible money. You'll feel poorer than before. Your brain resists. This is normal. The psychological adjustment takes 90 days. Month 3 feels manageable. You adapted to living on less because that is all you see. You found cheaper alternatives. Cut unnecessary subscriptions. Your lifestyle compressed to match available money. The building envelope accumulated 24,000 pesos without any willpower required. Month 6 feels normal. Living on 32,000 pesos is your new reality. It no longer feels like sacrifice. It feels like your budget. The building envelope has 48,000 pesos growing automatically. You forgot it exists. That forgetting is the power. Year 1, building envelope has 96,000 pesos. Year 3, 312,000 pesos. Year 5, 580,000 pesos. Year 10, 1,400,000 pesos. This happened because the money was separated before your brain could classify it as available. Structure replaced willpower. 2 employees, same salary, same decade. One used one envelope, one used 2 envelopes. One envelope mixed money. 2 envelopes separated it. The mixer ended with savings. The separator ended with freedom. The difference was not discipline. The difference was not willpower. The difference was a structural decision made once that enforced discipline automatically for 10 years. Same income, different envelopes, different life. Start Monday. Separate the envelopes. More frameworks ahead.